Hello everybody, or every pony I should say. I'm getting a little bit tired here. Flash Notion, and I have another thing to react to. And this is a bit interesting. I am going to be watching a review of the My Little Pony movie by BronyBurningAxe. And I don't normally react to reviews, mostly because the ones that are funny enough to watch, the ones that come out regularly, that is, that are funny enough to watch, I'm just usually so excited to see them that I just watch them right away, and I can't wait to react to them. You know, you got like your Josh Scorcher / Firebrand type reviews that are usually pretty funny, or Silver Quill. So like there are a lot of very good reviewers out there who just do amazing work and crazy stuff, but I don't react to them simply because timing and just excitement and just reviews are a little bit weird to react to. But this is a little bit different. BronyBurningAxe has been working on this as a huge project for his hitting 1 million views total on YouTube, and I watched his reaction to the My Little Pony movie, and it was pretty interesting, and he had some opinions they stated before the movie that I can understand, and that are pretty justified. Yeah, I don't know really what to expect from this. I avoided, like, he put out a video in which he summarized what he was going to be doing, but I kind of avoided, when he told me to stop listening for no spoilers, I was like, okay, I'm out of here, no spoilers, I don't want to know. So I didn't even know that this was what he was doing, before, with that. I didn't realize it until I went back and rewatched his reaction to the My Little Pony movie, and I was like, oh, that's what he's talking about, all this. So I was kind of like, okay, let's see what this is. Let's react to it. Let's see what it is. And yeah, I have watched like the first 30 seconds or something. I don't know, where he's like talking about, if you want to do a review of this, fine and dandy, or a reaction to this, fine and dandy. So I've seen it, but I haven't actually gotten to the meat of the video. So let's get into it. I don't know what to expect. I'm hoping for something really good and funny and interesting. And I'm expecting a fair amount of editing work done to it, because it's taken him like a month to do. So, let's see. We'll be watching BronyBurningAxe's, or if you prefer Nathan Beal, his review of the My Little Pony, the movie, and starting in 3, 2, 1, go.
Before we begin this video,
words are not my strong suit today.
This video took a very long time to make, and I want it to do well, so if you can share this around with people you think might like it, that would be great.
I don't
also,
have
fair warning,
people that I
know
that...
of swearing. Feel free to react to this video
Fuck,
if you wish to do
piss,
so.
shit,
In other words,
ass.
I hope you're sitting comfortably, children, and grown-ass men. I bring you a story.
Okay.
But not just any old story.
Hi, Twilight weirdo
bright,
thing.
Colorful ponies in all shapes and sizes. And the main one of them all happens to be a Pegacornicus, which is the most powerful pony type of all. They're as rare as a Lapras or a Zapdos in Pokemon, but I digress.
Yeah.
Once upon a time, in a magical land of rainbows and ice cream, things were really joyous when suddenly an evil blimp came out of nowhere. Or was it 3? Anyway, the big bad guy, girl, was really pissed. She was mad, so she attacked all the cute ponies, like whoosh, whoosh.
I'm reminded of
Just like
Total
that.
Legit
And then
recap
they
a little
died at
bit.
the end.
hold it! That's not how it happened! Sorry about that, I'm BronyBurningAxe, and today I'm going to tell you the real story of the movie. My thoughts, positive and negative.
But I was telling the story, the real story.
Nobody cares, f*** off.
Okay, this is a bit different and weird and... okay.
These aren't real sunglasses, by the way. Hi, I'm BronyBurningAxe, and...
They know! You said that already!
Shut up! I'm BronyBurningAxe, and this is my first ever review on this channel. I say on this
It's
channel
interesting
because I did it
one.
like 4 years ago.
But don't bloody watch it because it's really old now and it's complete and utter bloody cringe!
By the way, before I go
Okay.
any further, things I may say in this video will be referenced from comments I got on my previous videos on the movie, supplying me with helpful hints and information for this review. So here's a quick list of everyone's names that were helpful. You're welcome! Now,
I don't know
why
if my
am I
name was on that
looking
list. I'm not going to go
Well-
back and look.
I resent that remark. I am Sir Cottontail the 14th.
What?
I'm bored.
Uh,
I have an idea.
That's why. So I decided to do a review of the recent blockbuster My Little Pony the Movie, produced by Allspark Pictures and DHX Media and distributed by Lionsgate.
This movie is one of the highest grossing animated movies, not including Disney, of 2017, making $52.3 million United States dollars.
That's a
The
lot
budget
of-
itself was half of that, being $29.9 million. However, it got a Canadian tax discount because its production was done in Vancouver, so the amount of money Hasbro had to invest was just $23.5 million.
So it did extraordinarily well.
Even with the leaks.
Plus, it happens
Yeah.
to be one of my most favorite movies of all time somehow.
I mean, I
so
think
how
the-
could I resist?
I think the
movie
leaks were
geniusly combines
actually
traditional
helpful.
hand-drawn 2D characters with 3D environments, and I have to say, it paid off. Don't you agree?
Yeah.
I said, don't you agree?
Agree with me!
Anyway, enough history. What do I look like? A history teacher?
He should grow a mustache.
Now, the opening of this movie is simply breathtaking, showing off the stunning,
Yeah.
superbly splendid, sublime, saturated soaring equines in all their dazzling.
Yeah, I mean, it was
It's enough to
amazing.
bring a tear to my eye.
Like, the first 10 minutes of the 10 to 15 minutes of the movie or so
Wait a
before the
minute,
villain
is that-
appeared, I was just like,
Only 1 minute and 49 seconds into this movie, and it's already more dope than Hulk Hogan's mustache.
Seriously, look at that thing. It looks like it wants to be independent from the rest of his face. Just like the Scottish.
I see you later, laddie!
Yes, this
What the
cover of
hell?
song We Got the Beat is sung by none other than Rachel Platten. How do I know this?
Wikipedia. What? Don't look at me with
Huh,
those disapproving
so they didn't
eyes.
use the
This masterpiece
original
of
Sia
production already
version?
From the first couple of minutes
Why
is a
wouldn't they?
recognizable, plentiful
I thought it was a
pony
Sia song.
show.
I don't know. Yeah, it's like,
There's Mrs. K,
they're-
Carrot Top, the GMPT, that's clearly Minuet. There's Berry Punch, Bon Bon, Lyra.
yeah,
Is
it's,
that
that's
Carrot
Golden
Top
Harvest.
again? Continuity error. This is
Golden
a
Harvest, they're
shite
actually
movie.
two different
Look,
ponies.
And there's Spike, probably the most underrated badass of all time. When is he going to get his spotlight? When?
Yeah.
DHX and
I,
Hasbro and
I,
whoever the
get,
fuck
I
makes
get
this
it.
show.
Wow.
What you talking about?
Nice Gary Oldman reference there, Spike. Anyway, our plot starts off with Twilight being totally smart, organised, and cool under pressure about the upcoming Friendship Festival in Equestria. Because, you know, there's nothing she can't handle.
I can't handle this!
Yes, you can! Stop doubting yourself! You can do anything! Sorry.
This is amazing. This is funny.
But first, I should probably go get my Twilight plushie.
This is funny as hell.
Twilight tries her best to explain to the princesses to use their godly powers to set the sun and moon in very specific places during the ceremony to make the whole thing spectacular, and the princesses respond as such.
I'm trying my absolute hardest to see things from your perspective, but I just can't get my head that far up my own arse.
Needless to say, it's a definite...
For the next scene, Pinkie Pie is wrecking shop with a chaotic balloon. It's funny because it's Discord. Fluttershy is making tweets. AJ is getting drunk on Dash's favorite non-alcoholic drink. Wait, what? And Rarity is
Yeah,
doing
what?
a fabulous thing. Yeah.
After a few racist jokes about southern stereotypes, a painful reminder of how much Spike wants to get inside of Rarity's non-existent pants!
Pinkie Pie really
Wow.
the pressure for Twilight with a pep talk so vicious that it would drive any mentally stable person to suicide. And then proceeds to sing a song about friendship.
Now that I think about it, don't they always do that? This music,
Yeah.
in my opinion, was okay.
Yeah, it was just okay.
Just okay.
It served as a good exposition, but it wasn't anything
Would you expect
spectacular.
me to...
Love them!
Well, don't get me wrong, it's a good first song for the main six, but it's a little lackluster. I mean,
I feel like if you
coming from
weren't
seeing an
familiar
amazing
with the
show that
ponies,
spawned-
it would be better. There's always one per season at least. Perhaps a friend in need.
I just felt that this being the first main six song was a little bit...
Well,
Anyway,
After Twilight gets
That's amazing.
in cake?
and we get that adorable appearance of the beautifully talented Samuel L. Jackson. We then move along
Wow.
to the good shit.
we begin to
Getting a
meet
little
the
overboard
antagonist of
almost on the
movie.
effects, but
Global
not quite.
warming! The signs are all there. I mean, we've got pollution in the sky that's making all the brightly coloured ponies less brightly coloured. It's insane. It's like the pure manifestation of pure evil. Oh, it's just a blimp.
Yeah. The graphics on the blimp could have been
Well,
better.
actually, psych,
but
it's 3 blimps. The evil main bad guy, I mean girl, boss lady, has called in reinforcements.
This bad girl is named Tempest Shadow, and she's like the pony version of the Dark Lord himself.
yeah. Well, no, not that Dark
No,
Lord.
not that Dark Lord.
That one, yeah, Darth
You
Vader.
know we're missing is an Emperor-type character. And the best part about it is she's clearly Jewish. Have you seen that horn?
Then
Oh, come on, that's just wrong.
Tempest uses her weird magic to cover Cadence, Celestial,
Circumcised
Lunar,
horn.
and oh no! Twilight!
I don't know.
Oh, it's just derpy.
Oh no, Derpy-chan!
And what the
Exactly.
snargle are those things? Seriously,
They look
what
like
are they?
some kind
Come
of
on.
Diamond Dog Yeti type combination. Storm creature. That's all they're called.
Storm creature.
I wonder if he genetically engineered them.
Storm.
That would be
creature.
creepy. That would be creepy.
What a load of all. So anyway, the
Yeah,
basics get
they're
chased
weird.
down by storm creatures, and then they proceed to fall to their unlikely demise because this is a cartoon, and the main protagonists never die. Now,
Come to think of it, those rocks should have
swimming
really
in a
hurt
river of
them.
Sick with no floaties on. The main six think of a plan. Twilight mentions the Queen of the Hippos, which she overheard Celestia just mentioned 2 minutes ago.
Hungry hippos?
I see what you did there, Hasbro.
Yeah,
You
it was
cheeky
pretty
sod.
obvious.
The plan is to find the Queen of the Hippopotamuses. And where are they exactly?
Beyond the outer rim.
That's right.
Basically, yeah.
outside Equestria,
There's so
a
many
place
Star Wars
never
references.
explored until now.
Now let me tell you
Sort
a
of.
thing or two about this place. You will never find a more wretched hive of scum and villainy. Well, you know, except perhaps Mos Eisley. The main six find themselves fighting off dudes and dudettes who are trying to sell them into slavery and... Wait. What?
Hey, you with the horn. You selling?
Yeah, this place is fucked
Are
up.
those? Oh, but that's... He's collecting...
Yeah, that's fucked up, isn't it?
Alright. That's just disgusting.
Anyway, let's move on to another scene for a moment. We were just talking about slavery. That makes us the perfect segue to talk about actual slavery.
Man, I'm getting some King Sombra flashbacks right about now.
Yeah.
You know, you'd think by now Equestria would have abolished slavery.
I mean, they did.
You know.
Outside
What are you gonna do?
of there,
This is a
though.
little cheesed off.
I like how all the
He's
balloons
wasting
match
all
the
their magical
colors.
abilities on parties and... Hold up. Is that a phone? It is!
Well, there's something you don't see every day.
In Equestria.
Supposed to be looking.
This is hilarious.
Tempest!
Over here, Your Excellency.
Where?
Over here.
Huh?
No, right. Look right.
My right?
Yeah.
Oh, there you are.
Who's this wanker?
Something I forgot to mention earlier. Tempest Shadow and the rest of her goonies are invading Equestria on behalf of the fearsome, powerful, almighty...
Yada 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 yada.
Storm King.
Storm King.
He's voiced by live screen... and he is...
Leaf Schreiber.
Power up, crash and bang with the biggest...
Leaf Schreiber, for those of you who don't know,
So we get the full master plan of the villain.
actually,
Turns out Storm King what's all for
was
possesses
he
powers.
played
You know, kinda exactly like
Sabretooth
Lord Tyrant.
in,
He wants Tempest to do this for him. In
fuck
return,
me.
he will grant her
X-Men
a new
Origins
penis,
Wolverine.
I mean,
Bad
unicorn
movie.
horn. To do this,
Awesome
they are using the
villain.
staff of Sakonus.
I wonder-
Shalkanus.
I wonder if Sakonus was
we
the
also get more of an insight to this
sorceress
character
from
right here.
Equestria Girls'
Who I forgot to
Forgotten
mention
Friendship.
until just now. Not that he's a bad character or anything.
No, he's terrible.
This is Grubber, and he's the comic relief of the movie. You know, aside from Pinkie Pie, who always brings the comic relief, am I right?
Yeah. I mean, Pinkie Pie's hilarious. She's my
Grubber
favorite.
is
She's
the
best
type of
pony
lackey
for
who
me.
unintentionally pisses off his boss with his stupid
Yeah,
making wisecracks about the size of her job.
I mean, if
But when she
more
gets mad,
like that joke was actually pretty
boy,
good.
I just love
I
the colors
hate
shoot
that,
out of
but-
her dismembered member. Anyway, so here's Kappa.
What? I couldn't think of a way to segue to the next scene. So shut up. Stop picking on me!
The protagonist of this movie, he's a dapper kitty cat who goes by the name Kappa. And do you want to know why they call him that? Because
I'm about to pop a cap in your ass, Nick.
he's introduced by
I
saying
can
the main
buy
story
that.
being sold. No, like literally. These tossers were more than likely going to sell their body parts for a bit of dosh.
So out comes Kappa over here, busting some moves and singing a song for our little ponies.
I'm Mr. King Dice. I'm the gamest in the land.
No,
What
not
was that?
song. Although, in fairness, I could see him singing that song.
His
Yeah,
music song starts
what was
off
that?
a little bit wibbly, but when the beat kicks in, it becomes awesome. One of the most catchy
Yeah.
songs in the whole movie. Makes you want to click your fingers to the beat, man.
I'm
It's
the
so damn
friend
good.
that
Sadly,
you
I can't
need
play any of these
when
songs
you're
in the
lost and don't know what
but you can
to
look up
do.
the soundtrack
I'm your
to it.
pal, your
Go
amigo.
on,
Sorry.
shoot, listen to it. It's good.
So after hearing throughout
Yeah.
the song that Kappa is a really nice guy and the friend you need,
He's gonna be the one to
really
sell them.
Trust this guy.
Here, tell Virgo my place 20 minutes.
Double middle fingers right at that screen.
My debt.
What? What was that, Kappa, old buddy? I'm sure it's nothing to do with the ponies or anything. I mean, this guy's the friend we need.
No.
Apologies for the state of my letterbox. I wasn't expecting
Ew.
that.
Just
Ugh,
ew.
gross feline fuck.
It's at this point in the movie where the main six find out where they need to go, which is at the top of Mount Eris, and realize it's not the Queen of the Hippos. they
Yeah,
are
I
looking for,
seriously wish that there hadn't actually been a goal in mind, and instead they had just been like on the
They're
run.
not that pissing violent in this movie.
The main six decide to head on their
I mean,
merry
technically,
way.
Skystar is.
Here's Johnny.
Jesus, what the? Who the?
These ponies better shoot rainbow lasers out their eyes if they're gonna settle your debt.
Technically, they could,
Heard you, Kappa. I trusted you.
but
You were the chosen one. It was said that you would make friends with the ponies, not betray them. Star Wars references are great. Go
yeah.
on.
And if
Also,
things
that
don't
was
get
an
any bloody
awesome
worse,
guitar riff
Tempest
in the
decides
background.
To show up and is here to.
Yeah, she's fucking creepy in that scene.
Oh, well then, we finally have some good news again.
And it doesn't stop there because the ponies escape in an action sequence
Squeak,
so
squeak,
incredibly
squeak.
badass that it reminds me of the intro from Casino Royale. Only better because this time there's ponies. They eventually escape on board a flying pirate ship.
Wow.
What is this? Rayman 2? Anyway, on board they meet Captain Solano,
Oh, no.
and her crew of swashbuckling pirates.
We prefer
And
the term
they're pretty awesome.
swashbuckling treasure hunters.
You pirates!
After yet another
Yeah.
surprisingly catchy music song, this time between the main six and the
Yeah,
pirates.
but this one wasn't. I mean, it was good, but it's
Parrots.
upbeat. But
I see
it's
what you did there, Hasbro.
it's not technically the best song, but it's
Pirates.
very up.
The ponies motivate
upbeat.
the pirates to stand on their
Oh
own
my
2
God.
feet again instead
Twilight's
of being
snort
overruled
there
by
is
the
so
Storm
exploitable.
King. They become good friends, and then Rainbow Dash decides to be an idiot and use her sonic rainbow to give away the location of her and her friends. Like seriously, Rainbow Dash, what were you
Yes.
thinking? Twilight.
Yes, exactly.
Tempest and
Just-
then jettison themselves through the lower escape hatch of the ship, plummeting to their inevitable death.
Until Twilight becomes awesome for like 5 minutes there.
Well, quick thinking there, Twyfu.
My little pony.
Moving along a bit, they eventually make their way to the top
Surprised
of
that's the
Mount
first time I've
Eris,
seen
where
that
they find
done.
No hippogriffs in sight. They arrive at a desolate
And
ruins, which clearly belongs
it's
to the
very
hippogriffs.
weird
Upon
because
hearing some
it's
singing,
basically
they
the same
spot
as
the figure leap into the
Griffinstone.
water and decide to jump in after it, only to discover that it suddenly vanished. They then proceed to be flushed down the bog.
Yeah. Why?
Anyway,
And then they almost
six are
drown.
now underwater and are drowning. Also, Twilight just makes the best faces in any kind of situation. Even dying from a lack of air, she looks so adorable. No, wait, they're fine.
Yeah.
They're okay.
So glad I saved you guys.
The first time I saw her,
Oh,
she
well,
is
thank you for
just
clearing that up. Hey,
not-
wait a minute. Who are you?
I am Queen Novo.
Oh, that's nice.
Also, is it just
I'm
me, or
Queen
does your throne
Bismuth.
Kind of look like King Triton's throne.
combination of King Triton's throne and also
So it turns out the merponies
The,
are actually
what's the other one?
hippogriffs, and
There.
they had to assume the form of sea creatures in
The
order to escape
Star Wars
from the
Episode
wrath of
1.
the Storm King, who attacked their once beautiful kingdom. Actually, they're not merponies. The correct mythological name is hippocampus.
Yeah,
Yep.
I don't care. Go and make me a sandwich.
The main six
Technically,
are
they're not
showing
even
exactly
proper
how they were able to
hippocampus
turn
because
both
they
bird
were turned by
horses
the
into sea
pearl,
ponies
so-
in the first place by turning the main six into sea ponies too, and Spike into a pufferfish.
You know, there's one way that I could ruin this part of the movie for all of you. Next time that Spike inflates like that, just imagine that he only does that whenever he gets horny. Then the movie in a whole completely different
Yes!
way.
I now have to rewatch the movie today just to see it that way. That's hilarious.
With her best friends Shelley and Sheldon.
But after the merponies refused to help save the main six's home, the main six decided to leave.
But then that turns into another really catchy music song. which
This
I-
one was awesome.
Copyright.
And
Actually just turns out to be a distraction devised by Twilight in order to steal the shape-changing magic pearl.
Twilight! How could you?
double middle fingers at the screen again right there. Twilight, just, you fucked up so hard.
Twilight proceeds to argue with her friends and say to Pinkie Pie of all ponies that she'd be better off with friends like her.
Man, This movie took a dark turn quick.
Twilight's friends minus Spike all
Yeah.
leave her behind. Twilight then spends the next minute crying and regretting her words just now and sorry.
Yeah, one thing I mentioned it in my own review, but like, there's just a moment right there when Twilight's just like gets this almost angry look where she's like, "Why isn't Spike comforting me? Why isn't Spike comforting me?" And she's just like, it's just hilarious.
Now comes one of my most favourite scenes of the whole movie, including the first of my 3 most favourite songs from this entire masterpiece of a pony movie. Once again, I am unable to play the song again because of copyrights, but I have created my own version of the song, a parody, if you will, inspired by a conversation I recently had on Twitter with Sunset. So, without further ado,
Okay.
I bring you my cover of the song, Open Up Your Eyes, as sung by Emily Blunt, the voice actress of Tempest Shadow herself.
Go and cook your fries.
What the hell?
Taste the fries that I just made.
What the hell?
Pressing Mr. Ramsay. Their taste is so superb. Don't dry up your fries.
Okay, I guess.
When they cook in the microwave.
This is.
It's time to get up and get fries.
I can't even. What the hell?
One. Please just eat my fries.
As someone who watches Adventure Time, that sounds a little bit odd and weird.
And I love my food.
During this music song,
Yeah.
Tempest tells her story of her abandonment by her friends, and it's a story you really have to look at from a certain perspective. Because of her young age here, her mind isn't fully developed yet, and she has yet to experience certain things. So when
Like
she does lose
pain
her friends over the loss of
and
her unicorn horn, she's
agony.
obviously going to feel mortified. I mean, who wouldn't? But as a kid, you lose the only friends that you ever had, and then begin to isolate yourself. Trust me, I know. But where she went down a dark path, I fortunately didn't. That doesn't make her weak or anything, it just means we experience things differently. Just think how you'd feel if your only friends no longer wanted to hang out with you because your arm fell off, or your nipples grew 10 feet in length. I mean, they're just judging you on your looks. That's terrible.
Nice laugh. Lip syncing and
being silly, shall we?
Yeah, I mean, it was silly enough when you mentioned nipples, but
So we're now back at the main scene.
That was pretty good, too.
Feeling pretty awful about the things that were said and done with Twilight not too long ago, when suddenly Spike comes in yelling his baguettes off.
Sacre bleu, my heart! Baguettes, oui, oui. Spike explains that Twilight's
What
been captured
the
by
hell?
Tempest, then all of a sudden Kappa comes out of nowhere and he's all like, "Yo, motherfuckers, I'm here to help, man."
he skipped over the part about Tempest blowing up the ship.
And then he's brought us some help.
But-
He's brought the parrot dudes. You remember the parrot dudes? The parrot dudes are awesome. But before all of that can happen, Rarity lays down her savage smackery on the dude.
Well, look what the cat dragged in. Himself.
Great freaking line.
Savagery. No chill.
I feel like there was a more savage line somewhere in there, but
Hi, Princess Skystar.
Hello.
With the gang
she's
together,
awesome.
they hope to take back Equestria and fight
Her
for
and
their
Captain
freedom and
Solano,
their
my
friends.
favorite characters of the movie, and possibly some of my favorite characters in the
Meanwhile,
entire
we see
franchise
Twilight is
here.
back in Canterlot and is being taken to the Storm King.
Those
We
bags
also
under
hear
her
a
eyes
glimpse
look
of the
seriously.
second of my 3 most favorite songs in this entire movie, sung by none other than Sia herself.
Fun fact, before I saw this movie, I had absolutely no idea who Sia was. And now I love her music, so, thanks, everybody.
Here's where we finally get to see more of the Storm King. Oh, and Grubber.
Wait. It all makes sense now. Grubber was the mastermind behind the whole thing.
That would have been a twist.
He's the real Kingpin. He is... He's the final boss. Oh, I'm calling
That would have
him
actually
out.
been a
He's
great
the Season
twist.
8 villain, Grubber. Oh my god.
That would have
He's
made a
hiding in the
great
shadows
twist
all
all
along.
along.
Cakes and stuff.
He was the one
Stormy
manipulating the
uses
Storm
the
King and
staff of
everything.
Satsumas to take every ounce of magic from the 4 princesses.
Now with the power
Has
of 100
BronyBurningAxe
armies,
seen
the power
Forgotten
to
Friendship yet?
conquer
I don't
the
remember if
entire
he
planet.
has. He probably
can do
hasn't.
anything.
I hope he sees it
I
soon
wonder what
because,
his
I mean, I
next
just made a
diabolical
reference to it
master plan will be.
earlier, so...
Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. Day, night,
Discord called, he wants you to stop stealing his shtick.
Day, night, sunrise, sunset,
Meanwhile, the only hope Equestria has left is at the front door of the Storm King. They have a plan in mind that is too crazy to work.
Hiding pirates in a cake, tethered by our main cast of ponies, who are delivering a Trojan cake to the old Storm King
Yeah,
himself.
it's
but
a
I
bit
don't
weird.
see how they're going to get past the 2 armored guards at the gate. I mean, even they aren't that stupid. Now we get
Perfectly
more from
acceptable.
Grummer and what
Come on.
appears to be his final appearance. After the jig is up and he finds out.
I mean, yeah, he
the
just gets
patrons
dragged
are
into the
waiting for
cake and
Purple.
never seen
The
again.
pirates leap into action, kicking some major crap.
My headcanon is that they killed him, so,
AJ
yeah.
puts her years of bondage fetish into good use and wraps him up in a pretty bow. Pinkie Pie unleashes what can only be described as Cupcakes HD the reimagining, only with less blood and more actual cupcakes. Complete with psychotic faces that are sure to give you nightmares for the rest of your life. We know that Fluttershy makes us a pretty good therapist. It makes sense. Every time I see Fluttershy, it always makes me feel better. And to finish off strong, we finally found a good use for Spike. It's so fascinating.
Capper's laugh right there.
Aside from being a pretty good door stopper. After Stormy demonstrates exactly what non-bronies watching this movie are like, we finally get to see what the Santanas can really do. Well, right now it seems to be recreating the events of Hurricane Katrina. What? Too soon? And of course we get that very cliche moment, as in most movies, where the main villain...
I gotta stop for a minute. Pausing. Hey, apologies for that. I had to pause while somebody came to the door. So we're gonna be picking back up at 23 minutes in, and we'll be starting in 3, 2, 1,
get
go.
betrayed by their boss after being used by said boss to get what said boss wanted and become super powerful. Now Tempest is tossed aside like a damp old sock and is just about to meet her demise when all of a sudden cliche moment number 2 happens.
Yeah.
Where the main protagonist saves a betrayed evildoer in an attempt to turn said evildoer into a good guy / girl / freaky cyborg. It's at this moment where the shipping starts.
I wonder if
And you know what that means? I ship it too! I mean, just look at them. Like,
they're freaking adorable
they
together.
Really cute
I wonder what Tempest would look like as a cyborg. Maybe a real-life version of Equestria's, or of, what was it? Matterhorn there, or whatever, from the Power Ponies episode? Squeak!
After a brief apology from Twilight to her friends
More
about her
squeaking.
poor attitude earlier, the staff of sandwiches spirals out of control,
Nice.
destroying the building around them. Cancelot's castle is looking pretty ragged these days. With the strong air currents of the tornado making things very difficult for the ponies to move, AJ pulls a rope from somewhere. Like, seriously, where was that?
I'm gonna say it's under her hat.
Ropes from her plot hole. Twilight takes off with her friends grabbing onto her tight. With AJ in the
I'm gonna
back,
guess it was under her
to get
hat
sucked
somehow.
into the heart of the storm while attempting to grab the staff of secretion.
Best one yet.
He's not giving up without a fight. 30 trips and dies and falls into his own undoing. Also, Twilight dies too. Except she doesn't, because this is a cartoon and the good guys don't die. So she returns and is looking pretty windswept too. I mean, talk about a bad main day. Our main
She's looked
antagonists
worse.
enjoy a nice
Worse,
warm hug
but
and
still
celebrate
better,
the safe
actually, at the
return
same
of their
time.
friend Twilight. And then the Storm King's all like, "Psych, I'm not dead, motherfuckers!" And he fires a magic blast, and Tempest jumps in the way of it and takes the bullet for her new friends, which is amazing! And then he falls to his death and smashes into a million pieces, which, if you think about it, is the second villain death on the entire show. And it's pretty dark, really, smashing into a million pieces. I mean, you really got to think about it. That man is dead! He's never coming back.
Also, if you take into account the princesses, that scream that played when the princesses were frozen earlier, he's conscious of what just happened. He might not actually even be technically dead yet. He might just be smashed in horrendous pain.
Complete the friendship festival, which they had in the very beginning of the movie. And what better way to continue it other than by getting Sia to sing her signature song for the movie?
Yeah.
Also known as Rainbow. Celebrations
I don't really
happen and
like
every
it
pony
as much,
cheers,
but
and in the distance
it's alright.
you can see a very sad Tempest. Twilight goes after her to comfort her though. Tempest is still really sore about her broken dick head. Twilight assures her that size doesn't matter and it's how you use it that really counts.
That is perfect.
Favorite, which is
Fizzle Pop Berry Twist.
after Tempest shows off.
I mean, I like the name, but it is a little snicker-worthy.
Clearly isn't alluding to anything at all. And then they banged. The end. So what did I think of this movie? Well, I thought it was bloody amazing.
Yeah.
But it's not without its flaws. I think
Yes,
Storm
that's
King
true.
was very underrated. I feel like he needed a lot more scenes and backstory too. The scenes we saw him in showed that he was funny, interesting, and outrageously ridiculous.
And the comics are
When
way
we
too
got
different to
additional
count
scenes
as
of him interacting with other
canon,
characters
so
instead of just Tempest all the time, I think that really would have made the movie a little bit better. Also, the first song of the movie with the main six just kind of lacked to me. Like, I feel like they could have done much better. I feel like the lyrics didn't really stand out. The energy wasn't there as well as it was with previous songs in the series. You know, there's a lot more well-known songs in the series that did much better than that, and I feel for a blockbuster movie, you want to pull out all your trump
Fair
cards,
enough.
You know? I just
I
feel
mean,
that song, while good, wasn't the best.
The standout moment from it for me was Twilight going under the bridge and down the
banner depicting the Storm
river.
King is stylized after the classic I Want You poster of Uncle Sam by James Bond.
Yeah.
Number 2, the movie is in fact canon with the series. Number 3, the movie contains
Sort of.
traditional hand-drawn characters with 3D environments. Number 4, the movie was originally going to be released by Sony and not Lionsgate. Number 5, there was a really good 4-issue comic series called My Little Pony the Movie Prequel showing backstories of most of the characters in the movie. Number 6, Tara Strong, the voice of Twilight, got paid the most for voice acting in this movie.
Yeah.
She got paid more than all the other main 6 voices put together. To be fair, she did have the most lines.
She is one of the
Seven,
biggest names in
Christine
voice
Chenoweth,
acting,
I probably
too.
butchered that name, who plays Princess Skystar, got to choose her own main color.
Anyway, with that all said,
She also styled her main after Skystars for her recording her
I don't want to
lines.
seem too biased. I mean, I thought the movie was bloody excellent, but I don't want to go overboard and say it's the best thing in the world.
It's not, but it is
however,
amazing.
In my opinion, one of the most fun movies I've ever enjoyed watching. A lot of the times I get bored watching the same movie over and over and over again.
Yeah, I haven't
But
gotten
watched
bored
this
yet.
a dozen times in preparation for the review, and it never
I think
seems
I've watched
to
it more
lose
than that,
its
actually, because
It just seems to only
I
develop
seriously,
the
for
movie every
a long
time
time,
you see it, at least in my
watched
opinion. I don't
the
know about
movie
you
like
guys,
every day, and
but
I've
I think
actually
it's one of the most
downloaded
fun movies
people's
ever.
reactions
If
for
you
it and
enjoyed
watched
this review
those
and want to see more
over and
from
over
me to do
again.
with MLP related stuff, then please do
Like,
let me know.
seriously,
in the
how many
comments
have I
down below. You know
downloaded
read
here?
them all, guys. I always do. This was, however, my very first attempt, so if it's a
BronyBurningAxe,
little rough around
Luffy,
the edges, that's because
my
I
own,
haven't done a
actually, I
review
still
in 4
have
years,
here,
and
and
that was
yes,
my
I
very
watch
first
my
one
own
back then
videos,
as well. So
whatever.
I don't blame you if you thought this
And
was
Rarity
complete
Dash.
the horse
Huh.
tripe.
I thought
I've
it had
been your host,
I thought I would have had
BronyBurningAxe,
a lot
and
of
I'll see you
X's.
in my next video,
Whatever.
guys. Goodbye.
Wait.
God, my back hurts.
Duh.
2 hours? I've been standing up for 2 hours. Fuck. No wonder my back hurts.
I'd like to thank all these amazing people and names on screen for either inspiring me, being helpful, or just simply...
Oh, hey, I was on here.
Thank you all
Cool.
so much. Have a nice day. Also, stick around for the outtakes, because I'm pretty sure you're going to get a laugh out of them.
Sorry about that. Oh. Sorry about that. I'm BronyBurningAxe, and today I'm going to be telling you the story.
I love the gif of that as well. That's amazing.
These aren't real sunglasses, by the way.
Whoops.
I'm Mr. King Dice. I'm the devil's right hand man.
Yeah, that only reminds me of the Christmas special. There,
Which actually just turns out to be a distraction devised by Twilight in order to steal the shape-changing... Fuck! Which actually turns out to be a distraction devised
what
by...
the hell is all this?
Which actually... Which actually... Can't do this line. Where the main protagonist saves the betrayed evildoer.
Okay.
Attempt to turn the main...
Got a little public service announcement there at the end there.
Where the main protagonist... I hate myself. I'm gonna die. Where the main protagonist... Where the main protagonist saves... Where the main protagonist
Wow.
saves the betrayed evildoer. Where the main protagonist saves the betrayed evildoer, and it's in an attempt. Fuck's sake. Where the main protagonist saves the
This is
betrayed
amazing.
evildoer
How much line?
I'm gonna die.
Boppity 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 boppity
Guys, thank you so much for watching this
boppity.
video. If you enjoyed it, like it and broho for the subscribe
Yep,
button,
yep,
and I'll see you in the next video.
It's been a while since I watched his outro, and it's pretty rockin' music. Okay, so yeah, I mean, that was a pretty funny and hilarious review. I just about to laugh a minute, laugh every half a minute. I don't know. It was just laugh. That was great. I do not expect him to do this very often. Like, if he wants to do more, I'd say I'd only recommend, like, for the big stuff, like the premieres and the finales or the movies. Maybe whenever we get the next Equestria special, maybe Forgotten Friendship. I don't know. But, like, don't do this for every episode, dude, because, like, I mean, this must have taken him forever, and writing material like that has got to be hard. So if like BronyBurningAxe, if you're watching this, don't overstress yourself. You know, just don't that. I would definitely prefer quality to quantity. So if you want him to do more of these, like I enjoy more of these, I'd probably react to it too. I'm sure other people would as well. This was quite fun. And yeah, if you want to do more of them, like I said, I enjoy that. But I'm not gonna. I'd say you should not do these for every episode because it just might get a little bit hard then. It kind of reminded me a little bit of Totally Legit Recap with the rather ridiculous way he was recapping it. But this was much more of a straight recap as opposed to Totally Legit Recap, which can go off the rails completely most of the time. It is a little bit more over the top than some other reactors do. Like a lot of, or not reactors, reviewers. A lot of the other reviewers that I've seen, they do go for the completely straight recap of what happened, and they just deliver it with a bit more of a dry humor. This was very much just very irreverent humor-wise. And I like that. It's a bit different. He brought up a few points and a lot of interesting things. A lot of things I feel like I did know, or at least I more or less knew. I don't think the comics are actually, like, could be considered canon to this. Like, how can I put this? Well, the comics are always pretty much considered canon only if they're not contradicted by the actual series. That's been the statement since forever. And I feel like this being an official part of the series contradicts the comics, because the comics portrayed the Storm King as being this very, very competent villain, which he clearly wasn't. I mean, he was off his rocker, and I did kind of come up with a little bit of an explanation for that. Like, possessing all that alicorn magic, we've seen equestrian magic in, say, the human world, always seems to amplify intentions. So if a person is good, like Sunset in Friendship Games, they turn into something even better. If they're feeling like very negative about themselves or something like that, like Sai-Twy or Sunset in the first movie, they turn into a freaking monster. Now, if we look at the Pony World, there's not really many examples of that there, but if we look at the idea of with great power comes great insanity, we do see that kind of carries around. If you look at Stygian or Discord in his first appearance, or Tyrek after he gains all that power, like, up until the point where he gained all the magic of all four alicorns, Tyrek still displayed quite a bit of intelligence and forethought, and, like, he had a plan. After he gained all that alicorn magic, what the hell did he do? He just walked around destroying shit. Like, there was no plan, there was nothing that he was really doing, just blasting trees for no reason. So, my assumption there is that both him and the Storm King were going a little bit cuckoo from just overexposure to that magic. So it's possible that before that, he could have been a lot more competent. Maybe he even actually originally did mean to give Tempest back her horn, and he just changed his mind after he got the staff. We don't know that, because they didn't really do that much with him. I really wish they would have just cut out Grubber and just given us more of the Storm King, so that way we could actually have a bit of an idea about him. Otherwise, there was something else I wanted to say. God damn it. Oh, right. He's talking about things that didn't quite work out and flaws that the movie had. One of my big issues was just the inclusion of the sea ponies was so forced. It was obviously to sell toys, and it did not work. It would have been so much better if, instead of Celestia telling them to go find the hippogriffs, or, well, hippos, hippo, and then nothing. Instead of that, it would have just been better if she'd just been like, run! Get out of here! Save yourselves, so that way that they can't get all of our magic, you know? Just telling them to... So that way the entire movie is basically a chase of... They're just trying to get as far away from Equestria as they can, and in that way they naturally come across these allies that gather up, and in that way it doesn't end up being a Shaggy Dog story, as it's been referred to on TV tropes, where we had this goal and then the goal is all for naught. In this case, if they hadn't done that, and they were just running and running and running, and they screwed up eventually, and they got caught, that would feel much more natural, and it would just work better. Like the Terminator movies. I compared Tempest to the Terminator in my reaction and review, I think. Definitely the reaction, not sure about the review, but definitely in the reaction I compared her to the Terminator because of how she pursued the main characters. And I feel like that would have worked even better if they didn't have a specific goal in mind, if they were just looking for a place to hide out, get away, you know? And, like, you still could have included the sea ponies or the hippogriffs or however you want to refer to them. You still could have included those characters some way, but just don't have them be the goal. And that would have worked much better, I feel like. So yeah, change the goal, remove Grubber, give more screen time to the bad guy. Maybe do a little bit better on the songs. However, my thing about the songs is that the songs, I think it was for the movie, or it might have been for the Forgotten Friendship. Was it? I don't know. I'm pretty sure it was for the movie. The songs were written by Mike Vogel, which, yeah, Mike Vogel has a great knowledge of the characters and his finger on the pulse and whatever. His episodes are some of my favorites for just what they do. The first one the first one that aired that he wrote was A Heartwarming Tale, which is my favorite episode of the show ever. But I think him going over and then trying his hand at the music, they were okay, but I feel like they could have been a little bit better. Like, lyrics-wise, okay, yeah, the first song was not the greatest lyrics-wise. The first song, though, was basically just an exposition song. I don't think it needed to be that much there. And I feel like that actually works because it's like, okay, it starts off slow, and then later on we get these big over-the-top songs that just so much energy to them. I feel like that works out pretty well. And another thing would have to be Capper's song is another one that I didn't really like that much. It felt like I forget how to pronounce the guy's name. Ty, whatever, Mr. Diggs. It just felt like he wasn't giving it his all when he was doing Capper's song there. So, as much as I like Capper and as much as I love the lyrics to that song, I don't like the performance of it. Similarly to how in Frozen, Let It Go, great song, great lyrics, I don't like it. I have never heard a good version of that song. Even the original one, I don't like it. I don't know why. I just don't. And it might just be because, like, there's no feeling behind the song, you know? I've always found that songs work better when they have feeling behind them. And for Let It Go, you know, you have to start out with this, like, depression and fear and anger, and then it has to move on to this, not really joy, but, like, excitement and this sudden surge of, like, freedom and, oh my god, this is gonna be so cool, you know? It has to do that. It has to change that feeling, and you have to have someone able to be feeling that while they're singing it. And I don't feel like anybody that I've heard cover the song or the original actress had that feeling within them. And so similarly here, though, I mean, I suppose it might work out because, like, Capper himself wouldn't have been feeling like that during the song, like he was tricking them. But at the same time, the best tricksters are able to, like, fake that sort of thing, so I don't know. It could have been better, is all I'm saying. For me. But, like, the rest of the songs, Open Up Your Eyes, and One Small Thing, and Time to Be Awesome, those three songs right there are awesome. So much energy to them and just so good. And Emily Blunt just gave it her all as Tempest. I love her. Both the character and what the actress managed to do. And Pinky's One Small Thing, I mean, that might be better for Pinky's character than the Smile song ever was. And Time to Be Awesome, okay, that one could have been a little bit better, but I just love the song. It's just so excuse me, it's so uplifting. Every time I listen to it, it makes me so happy. And yeah, the only other song in the movie, Sia's song, Rainbow, I mean, it's okay. It does feel very much like they were trying to copy Zootopia with Try Everything, and it doesn't quite work. It's very, I heard somebody say that it was too somber to end the movie on, which I can agree with. It should have been a lot more upbeat and uplifting and exciting. But, I don't know. It's good. The movie, like, I look at it in the same way I look at a lot of other movies and things. Like Guardians of the Galaxy, like Thor Ragnarok, all those Marvel movies which I've watched, or even, Kingsman there. Like, the movies themselves are not anything groundbreaking. They're not the best movie ever. They don't deserve, like, tons of awards or anything. But they're just so much fun to watch. And, like, I have watched Thor Ragnarok a ton of times since it came out on DVD and whatnot. Like, I have watched it so many freaking times, and every time it's still funny, it's still heartwarming in some scenes, and still awesome in others. I still love the movie, even though I've watched it so many times. And it's the same thing with MLP movie. And yeah, and I just realized that I've been talking for so freaking long, and this was already a review of the movie, and I already made my own review of the movie, and basically all I'm just doing is gushing about a movie that we've all already seen, that we don't really need any more gushing about, because we all are gushing about it enough. Maybe it's just because Josh Scorcher recently put out his review of the movie, and he was a little bit negative on it, and I just want to defend it. Yeah, that could be it. So, yeah, MLP movie. It was freaking amazing. This review was freaking amazing. I've watched so much pony stuff today, and my butt hurts from sitting in this chair so long for making these recordings. So yeah. I don't know what I'm going to do next. I could record some more, or I could go do something else. I'm probably going to go do something else for a little while. Yeah. This was fun. I look forward to sitting down and recording next time for you guys. I don't know when that's going to be. I know Season 8's going to be coming out in like a month or something like that. It's crazy soon. Supposedly at some point during this year there's going to be another 40-minute Equestria Girls special along the lines of Forgotten Friendship, but different. Which I really look forward to that one. Whatever it might be. And hopefully we'll get more like Equestria Girls shorts. Other than that, I don't know. I really don't know. But, yeah. This was amazing. And I always look forward to more. Thank you for this experience, Nathan, and hope you have a good day. And hope everybody else keeps here, keeps subscribed, and keeps watching for new videos and everything. And, yeah. I'm gonna go now. Bye-bye.